cut out completely all your fats, eat straight fish and rice. That's it. That is it. You literally have to make your body suffer. You can have condiments. You can have sodium, stuff like that.
Sushi? Should I just eat sushi every day?
You can have sushi, man. Sushi's a good food. You just gotta eat it in moderation.
I fucking hate fish.
So if I want to get in shape quick, fish and rice, not chicken and rice, fish and rice.
Listen, chicken and rice.
It's a leaner protein.
Then
chicken and rice will only get you so far.
I'll do a little intro here. I'm from Saugerties, New York, and so is my main man here, Kristopher Quick. You're a bodybuilder now, right?
That's correct.
You have your pro card?
No, not yet. I'm a national level amateur as of right now. I'm 7 weeks out from my pro qualifier out in Las Vegas. It's called USA's.
So this could be your year to turn pro.
Yeah, this is the big one. This is the big year coming up. I took 2 years off. Dennis, as you know, our good friend Joey Gambino, I was working with Joey. I was his foreman for his tree company for the last 4 years. And one day at work, after North Americans in 2020, I got hurt at work and I ruptured my tricep tendon off the bone. I then had to take a year off completely from bodybuilding. I came back last year. I was allowed to get back into the gym as of April. I started training again, and then I finally got with a new coach out of Oregon, IFBB Pro Blue Taylor, and then I jumped into a show last minute at the end of the year last year without dieting or anything, and I got second place, which qualified me for USA's, which is the show that I'm mainly focused on right now.
What made you, like, at what age were you like, dude?
And even off the bone, that's surgery, right? Off the bone is surgery, right?
Yep, correct. I have like screws and a bunch of different hardware in my elbow right now that connected the tricep tendon back.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was saying, so at what age were you like, dude, I want to look like a fucking goddamn superhero? Like, were you into Marvel, like X-Men and shit like that growing up, or, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was into a bunch of stuff like that. I guess it wasn't even really like that. I was never like a huge kid. I was always just like really athletic, you know, like I wrestled just like you did. I did track and field, played baseball, stuff like that. I always just had like really good genes to be fit. And our wrestling coach, Ed Hasbrook, he's the one that said to me that I had the genetics to be a bodybuilder. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but he was actually a natural pro bodybuilder, sponsored by Team Muscle Tech.
Okay, no, because he was always pretty jacked.
Yeah. So he showed me a picture of him, and I think I was about 16 years old. He showed me a picture of him, and that's when I was like, yep, that's what I want to look like. I'm like, I didn't know if I wanted to wrestle anymore, so that I continued to do it, and then I quit because I wanted to be big, man. I wanted to be jacked, ripped,
You got
shredded.
fucking pretty big, pretty quick.
How old are you?
I'm 32 now.
Okay. So how soon after, or you said that was your teenage years?
Yeah, I started bodybuilding when I was 16.
Okay. So how soon was it that you saw results? Were you on any gear? We could talk, or hypothetically, were you on any sauce or anything at this point?
I mean, I'm always open and honest about what I do. So when I first started bodybuilding, I was 16. I was actually scared of steroids. Like, I thought it was all injectables, this, and that. You put something in your body, you're going to die from it. So I was all about, you know, doing it naturally. And when I first started, bodybuilding was way different back then. I never weighed my food. I didn't know macros. I didn't know anything. I would cook chicken breast, sweet potatoes. I would cut a sweet potato in half, put half in a meal prep container, cook a chicken breast, throw one in there, throw 5-6 spears of asparagus, and call that a meal. And that's how I did my meals back then. And I didn't know anything of it. And I had good genetics. I went to the gym, worked out, never really worked out, you know, until I was about 16 years old. And I did my first show right in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Well, wait, when you say that's not a meal, you're saying that's a meal. That's not like a bodybuilding meal.
Like, that sounded pretty good to me. You got some carbohydrates, you got some protein, and you got some grease.
I mean, It's a meal, but like what I mean is like bodybuilding is typically weighed out your macros, your grams of carbs, protein, ounces. Also, I never weighed anything, so I didn't even know exactly what I was eating. I never cut back on a certain amount of food. I never like carb depleted, nothing like that. I just like ate, went to the show, and
were you ever into
get lean and ripped?
Did you ever have to like weigh your food, Menace?
There was. So the very first to get on the Ultimate Fighter, there was a trainer at like a fitness gym who had done maybe like a physique competition, and I was like, "Yo, dude, I need to get down to this weight." So he gave me like a diet plan, and it was like 8 ounces of chicken, 8 spears of asparagus.
And it makes it weighing your food out and going by macros and stuff truly makes a difference. Like my body's changing day by day, week by week, just by my coach making slight adjustments right now.
Like taking away?
Yeah. I mean, I've been dieting since February for this show. This, like I said, this one meant a lot. So now as of, I think it was 8 weeks out. Now I was 10 weeks out, and my coach started me on the fish diet, which is it's strictly all fish. Like I get one shake in the morning and I get one shake at night, and all my other meals are just fish and a little bit of rice. So now he's slowly cutting out the carbs week by week, and I do check-ins with him 3 times a week. So if he feels that he needs to take something out, he takes it out. I literally have no fats, no sugars in my diet whatsoever.
Yeah. All right. So I have a quick question for you. So I know how to make weight. I know how to get lean, but I don't know. So I'm in a weight loss contest currently, but it's not a real weight loss contest.
Wait. Hold on. Dennis was like, we really got to get this guy on the show. He's bodybuilding, and I got this weight loss contest coming up. I got to pick his brain. brain.
So it's like what we're really going off of. Yes, they're going to weigh before and after, but that doesn't really matter. It's like, how much body fat did you lose? And like your before and after.
Okay.
Like if you look amazing, then like you win.
All right. Well, this is typically what I do and what I've learned that like helps speed the metabolism up first thing in the morning. And obviously you already know, Dennis, HIIT cardio is definitely going to be the best type of cardio for you. HIIT cardio. Yep. HIIT cardio first thing in the morning, empty stomach. So what I typically do is I drink 8 ounces of water in the morning. I take 3.5 milligrams of yohimbine, and I take 2,000 milligrams of yohimbine HCl, like yohimbine tree bark.
Okay. I don't know.
Take that, and then I take 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 2,000 milligrams of L-citrulline, and that helps spark your metabolism. Go to the gym. I do about 20 minutes of fasted cardio, either on the elliptical, Stairmaster.
Now, just nice and easy, you're doing sprints.
Well, you have to, you got to get your heart rate up. You can't just sit there and walk. So I typically get my heart rate up.
You're talking to me. I don't fucking walk.
Well, you got to get your heart rate up anywhere first thing in the morning between 145 to 165.
Okay.
Yep. And right now, I don't know if you've seen any of my pictures or anything right now, but my body fat's like really low. And most of what I've gotten to is strictly from eating. I haven't really done much cardio, not like a lot of these other guys or these other competitors, because I stayed really fit in my off season. So when I get up in the morning, I only do 18 minutes of HIIT cardio. That's like nothing. These other guys are doing 45 minutes, an hour, this, and that. And then at the end of my workout, I do another 10, 12 minutes on the Stairmaster treadmill, and
that was my question. I was going to say, you do the steep incline at the brisk pace, right? That was what one of my bodybuilding friends recommended to me, Rob. He does like physique competitions, and he was like, I never run. He's like, this is what I do to like get vascular and like shred and drop weight.
Well, what it is, it's low impact.
Yeah.
Well, and everybody thinks you're just getting on the Stairmaster and like we just get on there and we just walk. No, there's a reason why there's handles on there. You ever see?
That's what he told me too.
No,
he said 145 for 20 minutes at least. your heart rate.
Yeah, and it looks like they're hunched over, right? Like they're dying on the thing. Well, what they're doing is they're putting pressure on their arms, which is allowing them to push into their hamstrings and their glutes. So they're actually getting a muscle contraction. So it's not that they're just doing cardio. You're actually getting a workout as well.
So as soon as you started when you were 16, no looking back, right?
There was no looking back. I knew as soon as I quit wrestling and I did my first bodybuilding competition, I knew from that day that I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I didn't know if I wanted to be a pro because I hadn't gotten into it enough and I didn't really know much about it. And then mine and Dennis's buddy Joey, one of his UFC buddies that we went to high school with, we were in class together one day and Joey looked at me and he said, he goes to me, he goes, I promise you I'm going to be a UFC fighter one day. And I turned around and I told him, I was like, I promise I'm going to be a pro bodybuilder. And I mean, I know I haven't turned pro yet, but I can guarantee this year in 7 weeks, I will turn IFBB pro out in Las Vegas. I will bring that pro card back here to New York.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's coming home. I will be the first IFBB pro bodybuilder out of Ulster County.
Love it.
Yep. It's coming home. And I did want to say, like, real quick on here, I know you guys might have some question stuff, but like, Dennis, you have been a big motivator to me in my career. I know, like, we don't talk much, but you and Joey and I got a couple other guys that are always in the back of my head. And I look up to you guys for reaching that level of like professionalism. Like, I know you guys had to bust your ass and you had to work super hard to get to where you guys were. Yeah. And I just want you guys to know that I really commend that. And I use that every day, even still to this day. I use that in the back of my head because I want to be one of those guys that came out of Saugerties like you guys to make it to the top, to be the best and show people like, this is what hard work, dedication, and surrounding yourself by the best. And if you want it, you can fucking have it. It doesn't matter if it's a dream or not. Just keep chasing it. And whether it's your time in a year or 2 years, if you want it that bad, your time will happen when it's your time. And this year,
right, is just put in the work.
It's literally just putting in the work day in and day out, and literally having hope. You know, just knowing that you're going to reach that final destiny, whenever it is. Just knowing that as long as you put that work in, you'll get there, and that's what drives it.
Little flashback. Were you there when I made everyone do push-ups and like kids were crying and shit like that? You push up for 1 hour
all the time. When you would get in a bad mood, you would make us do push-ups, and you would have the fucking wrestling room. It would rain in there. It would get so hot. It would literally rain inside that room.
It's so like hot. It would like.
Oh, so you were what, like 2-3 years ahead of him in school?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, Dennis was. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so Dennis was one of like the seniors or the older guys on the wrestling team, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I was the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, yo, listen, I gotta say one thing though. I don't know if Dennis ever told you guys, but we would always go up to Mount Anthony to wrestle this school, and this is one thing that always sticks in my head. And I try to tell everybody about this all the time. I wish I had the video of it. We went up there, and our wrestling team was super good. Like, we won MHALs. Like, nobody could beat us. This, and that. We go up there. I remember this year we go up there. Dennis was the only one to win a match. They literally made us look like we didn't know how to wrestle. And Dennis did this move on this kid. Remember? The funk. Yo, everybody went fucking wild. That was absolutely nuts. Nobody knew what it was, where it came from. But I will never, ever forget that night up there. And
Mount Anthony was like ranked in the nation. We were ranked like 11th in the state, you know, and our coach Wickham had like made friends with the Mount Anthony's coach, and like, yeah, we'll compete against each other, you know. He's like, all right. And the guy's like, yeah, come up here. Like, okay, but love him, but Wickham was like happy with. He had like small victories that were like okay to him. You know, like getting the Class Acts award. Yeah, it's good, and it's good for, you know, I was actually looking to hurt people badly and like embarrass them. And like the complete opposite of like sportsmanship award. Like I want to like let kids up by their head, like fucking.
Oh yeah, no. When you went out there, you beat on kids. Like you definitely did.
Yeah, well, I mean, they stepped on the mat.
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah, you guys definitely.
So hang on. So what? I want to get some shit out of you that like the average Joe can use. So like, what's the best gear? What's like? I just got on testosterone. Maybe like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
I have actually a couple buddies that I actually went to school and college with. That a lot of my friends that do bodybuild and so forth, that instead of like going kind of like, black market route where like you never kind of know what you're going to get, like a home brew of something from somebody, you never really want to go that way. But as far
Mine's
as like,
through a doctor.
Huh?
Mine's through a doctor and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know what your doctor prescribes you, but typically I feel like what a hormone replacement doctor prescribes most people that are safe, typically for a male, would be like a test-cypionate. And a lot of people think the more you take, the bigger you're going to get, or this or that, or the more you're going to get out of it. Listen, I've been doing this for 16 years. And one thing I've learned and the reason why I'm as healthy as I am, and I go to a cardiologist, I treat myself literally like a pro, is because I do not abuse steroids. I do not abuse them. Less is more. If you
is testosterone considered a steroid?
Yeah, I mean, your body naturally.
Who you're talking to, right?
Your body naturally produces it, but your body can't naturally produce test-cypionate. I mean, think about it. It's a synthetic drug. So the more you pump into your body, it's telling your body that your body's already producing it. So that's when your body wants to shut it down,
Yes.
So
what do you know about like cycling and stuff like that? Like, since I'm already on it now, am I a lifer, or do I cycle on and off of it, or?
You don't have to come off of it. You can stay on it as long as it's like for TRT, like for health purposes. You go get your blood work, and your doctor might say, okay, Dennis, we need to lower your doses, or okay, Dennis, we need to up your doses. He might put you on something like an HCG, maybe like some injectable B12 vitamins to keep your energy level up. I know a lot of males that go through hormone replacement, they're prescribed Cialis, and some people are like, well, wait. Isn't that like Viagra? It is, but it's a time release thing, and it also helps with blood pressure. So when you start
I know with this doctor, he was like, you gotta go, you gotta give blood like once every 3 months.
Yeah, typically you want to, because you want to make sure your hormones are balanced. That's typically why you're going to them. I don't want to say that for like every bodybuilder, because I know not every bodybuilder will go do blood work every 3 months. Some guys will wait until they're completely done for the season to go do it. And I'm not saying that's completely healthy, but, everybody has their own issues.
What are some other things that an average Joe can take to get jacked?
Honestly, if you can get, are you talking about just over the counter, or are you talking about?
I guess, sure, both. Why not, right, Stan? Not saying this is for Stan. I'm just, because I know like on Long Island, right? Like Trend is a huge thing, right, Stan?
Well, test-cypionate, what he said, is a big thing. I know. That's like, what is it called?
Trend
is a big thing. Like Vinny the Chin, the things that the legend jokes about, He's on test-cypionate and shit.
Test-cypionate, Trend's big. Everybody's like, oh, Trend. But I will say one thing. Out of all the anabolic steroids, Tren is probably one of the worst for you. It truly affects your heart.
So what was funny is my friend Rob, who does the physique competitions, anytime anyone fails for something in MMA, I'm like, clomiphene, tell me about it. And he has like all the information about like what a clomiphene is. You know what I mean? Because John Jones popped for clomiphene, and clomiphene's like something people stack with, and like he has all the information. I'm like, oh, okay. Because probably like you, Kris, you got to be informed. He preaches the same thing. Like there's abuse and there's taking it properly and using it right.
I mean, listen, man, I've been doing this for a long time, and like, I look the way I look, and I might coach other people and train other people, but I also pay for one of the top bodybuilding coaches in the world. Like, I don't do this on my own. You know, I literally have an eye of one of the best guys out there right now, and so I pay him top dollar.
So Long Island bodybuilding's huge. You know, we have
he drives every weekend from where you.
I train at a Bev's gym.
Oh, I was just gonna say that there's gyms, Bev Francis and all the gyms around here.
I train out of there. I actually I know Steve Weinberger and all the pros that go down there. Like personally, like they. Let's just say it this way, okay? Like when I went down there, they want to see people go pro. If you don't think for a minute Steve doesn't want to see somebody like me, like his guys come out of his gym, like be the top pros. That's why I go down there. Bodybuilding's the same. It's political too. You know, you got to get your face out there, your name out there. And I made a huge impact. They had this big workshop down there in February when I first started dieting for USA's, and I went down there by myself. My birthday was February 3rd. The workshop was February 5th. I went down there by myself, and I was just jacking dumbbells, dude. I was doing single shoulder presses with 120s, and there were pros all around me. There you had Guy Sistarino, you had Jay Cutler. I actually got to spend about a good half hour, 45 minutes with Jay Cutler discussing the use of like GH and insulin and some other things that have been brought up to me that I was a little iffy with, that I don't go that route. So anyways, I'm just saying, Bev's gym, if anybody gets the chance to go down there, that gym alone, I don't know what it is about it, but the aura, the people, everybody's in there, and they're in there to work hard. You go in there on the crappiest day, and ever since I went in there in February, it literally changed me.
Do you know my homie Mike Camp? He trains Sadiq.
Oh yeah. I know of him, but yes, I do.
Mike Camp used to do all my physical therapy back in the day. So every time I go in there, there's like some fucking humongous guy he's fucking working on and shit like that. If you need some work and shit like that, I can plug you in there for sure.
And then over at Bev Francis, where Derek Panza is, that's where John Gotti's training out a lot. But my question there was, before we went to Bev Francis, was what's the bodybuilding scene like in upstate? Like Ulster County per se, or is it the same as like the way it is in Long Island, or it's totally?
No way.
It's not. It's definitely gotten a lot bigger. Like I will straight up say, fitness and bodybuilding and competing has gotten a lot bigger than it used to be. But no way, no shape or form is it anything like Jersey, the city. Like I don't know why, but certain areas are like gravitated for it. So it's like when guys become pros out of like say Connecticut or up here where I'm from, or I know I'm only a couple hours from Long Island, but when you go pro, you that's your home, man. So once I turn pro, my home gym becomes Bev's gym, regardless that it's 2 hours from me. My commitment as an ambassador to the sport and being a pro is to make my face known down there, whether it's 3-4 times a week, whatever I can do. But that's my commitment to Steve, to Bev's, to the sport. Like,
yo, Kris, if you ever need a place to crash, you can always. I live I'm like
30 minutes from there.
Yeah, 25, something like that. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that'd definitely be awesome because I go down so much. I know. I'll probably gonna go down once more because in
my home gym, the biggest weight I got is 100-pound dumbbell. Sorry,
you'll be you'll be doing Dennis with one arm.
Yeah, I probably ain't even lifting anything more than that right now, man. I'm so like depleted. I'm running on fumes here.
Oh, really?
I actually signed up for a show last minute. I'm jumping into a show this weekend up in Syracuse. I'm doing the Greater New York, so I'm gonna go up there. Win me an overall. Take that out to USA's and gotta get that pro card and bring it home.
For sure. And even the way that Menace inspired you, Menace has been trying to make this happen. Like we just haven't gotten to the scheduling like we need to, or we're now getting on it with the podcast. And we've been trying to make you happen coming on the show for a minute. So
week of the competition, right? To get as lean and vascular as possible, what's the move? Because I'm gonna have to do that like next. But The end of the competition is July 1st.
Okay, listen. Everybody asks how my coach's clients get the way we get. Listen, if I were to take obviously you've seen in my pictures how I look. I take my shirt off and you see me, and if I were to just like show you how my skin looks, it's like see-through right now. The only way you can obtain that look physically is to cut out completely all your fats, eat straight fish and rice. That's it. That is it. You literally have to make your body suffer. You can have condiments. You can have sodium, stuff like that.
Sushi? Should I just eat sushi every day?
You can have sushi, man. Sushi's a good food. You just gotta eat it in moderation.
I fucking hate fish.
So if I want to get in shape quick, fish and rice, not chicken and rice, fish and rice.
Listen, chicken and rice
it's a leaner protein.
Then
chicken and rice will only get you so far. You could only get to a certain look, and I had achieved that. So I had no choice but to go to the fish and rice, and that is the only way to get that look of like where all you're seeing is veins pretty much. And there's like, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Dennis. You've seen some of your buddies. Like that's the only physical way to get to that look. And asparagus is a good natural diuretic. I know it's nasty, like it smells, but
I like that.
Fish.
But just grilled? Right? Can you grill with oil? No oil.
Yeah, I use olive oil. You can have a little bit of fat. I'll use like cooking spray, and I'll season my fish. And I'll blacken it and char it up a little bit. And then I just throw a little bit of like, I don't know, like some light spicy sauce or something. Anything spicy right now will also speed your metabolism up too.
Oh, I love spicy.
It helps chew your food up.
And then even Kris, we like going other places too. Are you banging any like bodybuilding chicks, or are you like regular chicks?
Oh, he's got a girlfriend.
I got a wife, dude.
Oh, you got a wife?
Married?
Yeah, and 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2-step. Yep, I have 2 step kids. Yep, okay. They're amazing kids. Yo, these kids, dude, everywhere we go, all they want to do is pose. Every time, like we get ready for something.
Are they younger?
Yeah. 7. My stepson's gonna be 6, and my stepdaughter just turned 7.
Okay, no, because I saw some like teenage kids like flexing with you at Bev. So I'm like, all right.
Well, this is a real quick story on that. All right, I know what I do uses like, I use steroids and so forth or whatever to be a pro. I don't condone that whatsoever. If you can take the natural approach, there are ways for you to achieve what I look like. Maybe not the size that I am, but I look like.
No chance of size.
There is a way to achieve it naturally. And it just requires a lot of eating. You have to get uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And it truly is eating.
So then what do you have for breakfast? Eggs? You have eggs?
I actually, from eating so much eggs, I actually made myself allergic to them. I actually have an allergy to eggs now. I went to go eat them.
I know. So I should eat eggs?
I mean, egg whites are egg whites. Keep eating them, man. If I could eat eggs, I would, but I can't. So I strictly do a protein shake with oatmeal in the morning and a little bit of peanut butter if I can, and then some mixed berries for the antioxidants.
And then I just got to cut the booze in, right?
Got to cut the booze, man.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? So I'm a single man these days, and I go on these dates, and what? Do you want to meet up for a drink? Like, that's like an easy...
Liquor. Stick to the liquor.
Okay, so it's possible with liquor, because that was going to be my question. Is it possible with liquor?
The more, think about it, beer's a carb, like they're liquid carbs.
No, I'm not saying, I recently got into the seltzers, the hard seltzers.
Those are good. I like those too when I go out. But I'm not going to lie, I'll be 100% honest, dude. I really do not drink. And like, I like to smoke weed. I like to smoke weed.
Well, weed's a metabolism booster as well.
Yeah, well, hey, it helps me relax at night. I get out of work. But if I do, there is one beer I do like. If I do drink a beer, I like IPA Sloop.
You ever see that one meme of oh man, why's his name drawing a blank right now? Who's the hillbilly guy who's friends with like Theo Vaughn? When he's like, my favorite type of weed was cocaine. You ever see that video?
No.
Yeah, some guy's asking him like, what's your favorite like strain of weed to smoke? And he's like, my favorite type of weed was Cocaine. He's like, I didn't really like weed.
Be an adult. Who is that? Be an adult. Fuck. Who's the guy that had the show on Comedy Central? He's very mean to people. It's amazing. He just makes fun of videos.
Tosh.
Tosh, yes, Tosh. He's like, be an adult. Do cocaine like an adult. Weed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hey,
I've never done cocaine.
Now, is your lady a bodybuilder, or was she into bodybuilding, or you guys met organically, like in life?
Obviously, she's into bodybuilding. If you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, well, yeah. Come on, but my wife's actually she's a world deadlift champion.
Okay, so yeah, that's what you guys probably had to have some type of wavelength, and that.
Yeah, well, when I first got with her, she wasn't into that. I got her into like changing her diet up. She started eating clean, and how much weight did you lose, babe? She lost about 60 or 70 pounds. She got in really, really good shape. She started lifting weights at the gym, and I saw that she was just putting all this time and effort into it. So I said, she used to be a basketball player. She's kind of tall. She doesn't have the build to really be a bodybuilder or figure fitness, anything like that. And she's strong. So I was like, yo, why don't you just do a powerlifting competition or something? She said, all right. So we signed her up. She went to Worlds her first year and she won.
Another question. Long cardio. That would help me, no?
If you're already lean,
I'm not already lean. You want me to get up and show you?
So do you know what your body percent fat is?
When I held on to that little bullshit thing. I think so.
Yeah.
It said I was like 28, I think, something like that.
Then you see your abs.
Now?
Yeah, do you have abs?
Yeah, that's awesome. But that's pretty good, right, Stan?
Yeah, you're definitely skinnier than you were even in the Gilbert Burns video.
Coming back.
You're probably close to 20.
Close to 20?
Yeah, I would say between like 18.
Yeah, 20. That sounds about right.
Oh, that's funny. That's probably one of those things like a bodybuilder now is like, nah, you weigh about 185 and you're at about 18%. But yeah,
dude, how much you weigh? I'm like, no, you're fucking not. You're fucking like. So bodybuilder's like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking 5%. No, dude, get the fuck out of here. You're definitely.
Dude, I'm like 5% body fat right now.
Yeah,
and I only weigh about 200 pounds, dude, and I look like I'm 260.
But now is that like another bodybuilder would break your balls and be like, nah, man, you're 8, you're 7, you're not 5 right now.
Well, no, fucking
no, man, I'm telling you.
Ball sack.
I go down to Bev's and even Sadiq and them are like, dude, you're right there, bro. Like all you have to do is maintain. They know it.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Is that like what a bodybuilder gets to for competition? Like 3, 4, something like that?
I honestly want to say some of these serious dudes, yeah, we get down to 3-4%. Mm-hmm.
The most I ever was probably like 5-ish. And I was 165 pounds, and you can see abs run or veins run through my abs. I had like 45. I remember almost like panicking, like, dude, I am like,
yeah, yeah, dude, that's exactly how it gets. You can start hallucinating and shit.
Well, that I was panicking, like, dude, I'm not gonna make weight. I'm fucking ripped.
Oh, you were. That's
There's
why
veins everywhere.
I'm saying when I get down to like that level and my energy levels are low and there's like no food, dude, you start having hallucinations and shit.
You don't cut weight, right? Like water, because then that would like unpuff your muscles, right? Yep. You don't do like what he would do in a sauna.
My coach, I mean, you do cut water if you need to. I mean, your coach.
Weight classes, right?
Yeah, and there's weight classes as an amateur, but once you get to a pro, there's only 2 classes. You're either in the 212 class or you're in the open class. So that's anything over 212 pounds.
You'll be in the 212?
Yeah, once I go pro, I'll stay in the 212 class because I compete as a light heavyweight. So I'll weigh 198 when I get in Vegas, but I'll probably step on stage, I want to say about like 202.
What's the time difference between weigh-ins and the competition?
You weigh in the day before.
Okay.
it's a 2-day show. So I'll go out there. I'll get tanned on a Thursday. Do your tanning competitors meeting on Thursday, and then Friday you do pre-judging, and then Saturday you go back for finals.
That's a big thing, right? It's
going to be
the tan is a big thing.
Yeah, the tan. Listen, man, you could go out there and you could paint yourself, but you need the tan.
Right there.
And that's right.
Gym Tan Podcast.
Yep.
That's what we're about here.
So, Kris, I have to get up pretty early for work, and maybe I'll work out in the morning and do HIIT.
So do I. I get up at 4 a.m. and do my cardio.
Yeah. So this is late for you, huh?
Yeah. I mean, typically my day from my body, it typically takes a while for my body to relax. And that's because of my diet, all the different things I'm on.
But yeah, Kris, we like to make people official with Menace and the Man. So you're now our official bodybuilding correspondent here. There'll be
Yo, I totally appreciate you guys. Thanks for getting me on the show.
So whenever we have bodybuilding questions or something happens in the bodybuilding world, you're the news source. We got to ask you. We're going to be coming to you. So.
Yo, come ask me. I'm always an open book, and I know there's a lot of pros out there that won't publicly speak about steroids, gear, this, and that, because they get a little iffy. But I've always been open and honest, and you can come up to me in the gym, and I'll tell you right then and there what I'm taking. You know why? Because I don't care. I'm true to the sport, and that's how I'll always be. So
me and Menace joke about that all the time. How it's you want to look like you're on gear, but then tell everyone you're not taking gear, but then actually be taking gear.
Kris, I'll send it to you. It's who is that guy?
I know. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're
talking about. You do? I didn't mean nothing by it, bro. You look good. I'll send you what I'm taking right now.
Yeah, send it over, and if you need help with a diet or changing something up, just whatever.
Because listen, and I've been telling all my buddies, because I've lost weight, and I've been eating cleaner and exercising way more. They're like, "Yo, dude, what's going on?" I'm like, "Dude, listen, I'm a single dude. To get done, you gotta look doable." So that's just,
dude. Listen, I was training and coaching Joey. I had him on a diet, and he got back into the gym. He was going at it hard. Dude, his gains were insane.
Yes, he's got natural high testosterone.
Yeah, he's always been fucking jacked. But I'm just saying, I had him going for a good couple months.
And his lady already eats pretty clean, and you know what I mean? So
she's jacked.
I would be like, we can't be together. You're making me look like a fucking asshole. She's way leaner than he is.
I know. Yep, that's like Joey in girl form.
Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, Kris, we'll get you back on. Keep us posted on how this weekend, right? Syracuse?
Yeah, this weekend. Yep, I'm going up to Syracuse. So we'll let you guys know how I do. I'm definitely winning that overall. No, I'm going up there, dude. I'm getting that.
Tag us in the victory photo.
Yes.
I got you, guys.
Yes. All right. Good talking to you, brother.
Thank you guys so much. Nice meeting you, Stan.
We'll talk soon.
Well, see you later.